Hi everybody, hope you're all having a really great week. The end of the week, and it's so nice to see my fab squad. You know, that's my new thing, of course, because if you're subscribed to my channel, then you are an fabber. You're all absolutely fabulous. This week, I was just going to kind of follow everybody else. A little trash talking. I was going to talk about my empties, which I don't do very often. I like to get a collection of actual products that I use and then talk about them. But I used to do a series way back in the day that was really fun, and I put a new spin to this. So I'm going to use my empties this month to talk about basically nailed it and what failed it. So if you're interested in seeing my nailed it or failed it for the month of August, September, because it's kind of a combination of products, then just continue watching this video. Get started, if you're new to the Fab channel, then do me a huge big favor and hit the subscription button, which is at the bottom of the screen. It's a little tiny red button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification. That way you can be notified of when I upload my videos, which is usually once a week. All right, I'll just grab and we'll just start talking. This product right here. So I don't know if you can see it with my little IKEA light. This is one of the Miscellar eye makeup removers. This is by Garnier Skin Active, and this one is the actual dry and sensitive skin Miscellar makeup remover. And what do I have to say as far as a rating for this product? Nailed it. This is an awesome price point. You can purchase it from your drugstore. It comes in a wide variety of formulas, basically to suit every kind of skin type, and I absolutely love it. Okay, the next product that I picked up, this is called Masquerade. I don't know if you can see it here, and I'm really not sure if you can get this in the United States. I would assume so, because most things you can get in the United States. But this is just an awesome, there is 6 actual gel under eye masks, if you will, gel pads, and you put them on and they're basically saturated, but the best ingredient is hyaluronic acid. And if you know anything about hyaluronic acid, you know that it just holds like 1,000% of its own weight in water, and that is really awesome for hydrating your under eyes and just kind of quenching that sort of dried and parched and slightly wrinkled look. Really, really great. Little expensive in Canada. They probably be maybe $20 in the US. In Canada, you can get this 6 or this box for $28, but just watch out for your drugstore flyers and you can pick them up. And if you ever see this, grab it. It's a really great product. They definitely nailed it on this one. And this is actually by the company Joico. So I know you get that all over in the United States, and hopefully you get that in the UK and Ireland as well. Anyways, this is an excellent, it's called the Blonde Life, and it's in this really sort of pretty, shimmery blonde bottle. But why I like it is because it's a heat protector as well as a UV shield for your hair. So for those of you with very, very fine hair and certainly light in color, this would be an awesome, awesome spray. The best part is, of course, is all the blow drying and all the flat ironing or the hot rollers, whatever you apply to it. It also helps to brighten and also protect from the heat. And it's all about the Blonde Life by Joico, and they totally nailed it on this product. And I'm currently using a really great makeup setting spray. If you don't use a makeup setting spray, but you want your makeup to last for really special occasions like going out or you're going to an event, I would suggest you use the facial spray. Probably don't need it every single day. I'm just kind of now into the habit of using it all the time, but I really, really, really prefer to use sprays that don't have alcohol. But to be fair, the ones with the alcohol have probably the best or longest staying power. So you kind of have to weigh out. Maybe not use an alcohol one for every day. But my favorite one of all, I have to say, and I've used Urban Decay, I've used a few out there. I'm currently using the All Nighter by Urban Decay, and I really like it. But I'm going to be going back to my Prep and Prime by MAC. I just absolutely love it. And now, you know, this is the regular one. They come in the lavender and the rose water, and they've got all kinds of great sort of mild scents to them. I just like the good old original, the Prep and Prime by MAC. It's a facial spray that helps to hydrate and to keep your makeup on. And I just love this little top spray because it just puts out the perfect amount of fine mist all over my face. This is a total nailed it for me. And this was my go-to foundation in the summertime for a good little while, and it's the L'Oreal. It's the 24-hour Infallible, but this is the Pro Glow. I started off with the Pro Matte, then I went to the Pro Glow, and I used the color 202, which I believe is natural beige, or natural ivory, I should say. It wouldn't be beige. And I really liked it in the beginning, I'd have to say, because I kind of thought, it just gave me a really nice dewy finish, and I was really kind of feeling like I was into the whole dewy finish. Unfortunately, when I really started to scrutinize this foundation for me, it just really didn't hold up to just everyday work. It started to separate around the nose, and it got a little bit dry and a little bit crepey. I thought it was really good. I really liked the price point. I really not sure if I'll go back to the Pro Matte, but the L'Oreal 24-hour Infallible Pro Glow is a definite failed it for me and my complexion. And if you don't recognize this already, this is the Maybelline Fit Me Under Eye Concealer. I use the number 10. And usually use it in a cool or neutral because that's my skin tone, but they also have it in warm as well. And it's just for a high street or drugstore eye concealer. It's really just good for an everyday. It doesn't give you tons of coverage, but that's okay. It also doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles. And because of its price point and because it's always available and really quite popular, I'd have to say they nailed it on this drugstore concealer. Really great for the price. All right, the next one I'm going to talk about, another makeup product that I was in love with, you guys. Totally 100% in love with it. And now that I've tried other things, I'm not so in love with it anymore. So I'm talking about this, which is the Elizabeth Arden, and this was their Grand Entrance Mascara. I loved it because it kind of just gave a lot of length to my eyelashes and actually cause them to curl. Yes, it causes them to curl up, and kind of like the Roller Lash by Beneifit. And I always use my mascara in Blackest Black. And this was the curse to this mascara. If you see this, this is not actually a bristle brush, first of all. And I must say, for those fine little eyelashes, then you want a natural bristle brush. This is a plastic one. You can see it's curved and it's quite long. And I don't really mind curved because curved is really good for loading on the mascara and then lifting it up. You can use it in both ways. But it was so long that it was actually causing me to jab myself many times in the eyes. And for that reason, if they could have just kept this formulation with a different brush, I would have been all over this Grand Entrance. But because of the brush, and now I'm using other mascaras that I'm so much more in love with, I'm going to have to say for price point and that particular brush, it was a failed it for me. Even though I initially have to say I really did love the Elizabeth Arden Grand Entrance. Next product. Now, I must say this is the dual-ended NYX Wondersticks. It's the contour on one side, which is, as you can see, that's all that's left. You'd basically have to scrape it out. And the highlighter side. Now, the highlighter side I have never used and couldn't actually ever see myself using. It's kind of like a grease pencil if you were ever into theater like I was in high school and junior high, but I mean, it's just kind of a little too greasy, and honestly, it doesn't really highlight anything. The other side on this one, and this one is in the, there's 4 shades to this Wonderstick if you're wondering about the Wonderstick, and this is in the color Fair, but it is the contour side. that I absolutely love. Again, yes, it's a cream product, but take a look at this actual contour color. Now, at first you'd be like, it's just a little muddy, but it's a lot cooler than it is warmer. And for me, that works beautiful on my complexion, hair, and, you know, eye color. I use this all the time for nose contour, and I'll use it for cheek contour, and it just blends away, just kind of melts into the skin, and for that reason I really love it. So it's also a drugstore price, and I love NYX for so many other products. So I'm going to have to say the NYX Duo Contour and Highlight Wonderstick is definitely a nailed it for me. All right, this one, oh, I absolutely loved it, but this is probably my only one that's in the nailed it and failed it category, and I'm talking about this beautiful, luxurious Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I purchased it a while back. I absolutely love it. It's this beautiful ombre purple glass bottle. It came in this beautiful case. It was very luxe, very bougie, quite a bit expensive for just a facial spray. But I kind of liked the whole idea that it was made in Japan, and the whole philosophy behind the Tatcha skincare line. But anyways, to tell you that this is a luxury product that you can just spray on. You could put it over your makeup, but I always just did it at the beginning of the day, and it just imparted this beautiful, slightly luminescent quality to your skin. I can't really explain it. I mean, some people who've used this online, and you can certainly look up other reviews, absolutely hated it. But I don't think there's any rules to when you're getting older to always go with matte and something that's dry. I actually really like to have a dewy look. I find it very youthful, and it feels really comfortable. And this definitely gave it to me. So for that reason, it was a total nailed it on what it did for my skin. The failed it part was the price. This is not the kind of product, certainly not in Canadian prices, that you want to continue using over and over and over again, because over $50 for a facial spray, it's just way, way too much for me. So where they nailed it was the actual product and just how it made my skin look, but they failed it on the price. So for that reason, I probably won't repurchase it. It would be a lovely gift to get, but it would have to be gifted to me, because I won't be laying down my $50+ in Canada for the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, even though I really loved it. You'll recognize it right away. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and it's a cult classic. So need I say any more? It's got that really great round, big, firm sponge, but just gets right underneath the eyes. It's really great if you want to kind of just go out the door really quick and just slap it on. And I have to say, again, for a price point, it's just a great quality concealer. So Maybelline, they know. Everybody knows. They totally nailed it. And my last, very surprising, but I have to just sort of scream from the rooftops when I find something that nobody probably knows about, is a Sephora's own line. So they have these liquid cream lipsticks. This is in the number 13, which I believe is Marvelous Mauve. But, you know, I am a sucker, a total sucker for anything that is mauve or plum, any of those beautiful colors going forward in the fall and winter. I will be repurchasing this again. I think this was my second or third tube, but it's the Sephora line. It's their cream lip stain, and the staying power of this, I don't know if there's any left. It has a doe foot applicator. Oh, a tiny little bit, barely, but it'll give you some idea of the actual color. You know, a true sort of mauve color, a real marvelous mauve, but an awesome, if you love those mauves going forward in the fall. Certainly it would go well with my scarf I'm wearing today. I love it, and the price point was great. And so I have to say, these liquid lip creams by Sephora, this being the number 13, they nailed it. I have done my personal twist of nailed it, failed it on all my empties for September. I hope you really liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below as to what were some of your favorite products that you used and purchased in September. And until next week, as I always say at the end of all of my videos, you guys know how very much I appreciate you watching my videos and giving me a little bit of your personal time to hang out. I really sincerely appreciate it. And once again, hope that you all have an absolutely fabulous week. And to all my Canadian friends, I do wish you a very happy Thanksgiving weekend. Bye for now.